Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. So today I want to talk to you about something that is very seldom talked about, if ever. In fact, I only never know of one other man that speaks about it when he's talking in terms of especially coyotes. Okay, now this will happen with most any critter out there. You see it happen with raccoon all the time. You see it happen with beaver. You especially see it in the canines, coyotes and red fox. And that is the one insane moment. It's not talked about very much, and I think it's something that needs to be covered. And what I mean by the one insane moment is that moment when it's nothing but pure chaos. Everything is completely thrown out the window in a canine's world, especially in a coyote's world, because they are so family oriented, okay? So everything, all caution is thrown out the window. And it's that one insane moment that we need to key in on in order to make multiple catches. This business of just dropping, and I don't know where it come from. I have no idea what professional put it out there. I don't even know when they put it out. But they put it out that when we're trapping raccoons or when we're trapping beaver or when we're trapping canines, you just put in 2 sets and go. That ain't how it's done. Not if you want to make multiple catches and you want to wipe out an area fast and get to the next one. That ain't how you do it, guys. So I'm going to kind of go over some things here with you, and we're going to use a scenario of that one insane moment. Alright guys, we're going to say that this trench set right here is our predominant set. That's the one that we've got all the goodies in. We've got some commercial bait in that hole. We've got a commercial lure in there. We've even got a big old chunk of fresh bait in the back of it. That one holds all the goodies. Coyotes come through, bam, there's our first catch right there. Now you've got 3 or 4 other coyotes there with that one, and they're running around. You see that all the time in calling videos, calling clips, guys that are predator calling. They call in 3 or 4, maybe 5 of them at a time. They let them get within, 150, 200 yards. Boom, the old boy shoots the one in the back first because that makes the most logical sense. All the others are still closer to you. They don't leave. They do, but not in a big hurry. They're hanging around wondering what the hell happened, what's going on. Then he immediately switches calls to puppy whine or the coyote, the dog in distress, and here they come again. So he gets another crack or 2 or 3 or 4 at them before he either kills them all or kills 2 or 3 of them, or the others just finally cut for Tulsa. The same thing happens when you catch one. They don't just scatter like rats. They're confused. They've thrown all caution out the window. They don't understand what's happening. They don't know what's going on, so they hang around. I don't know how many of you have ever skinned coyotes that are, when you get the hide off them, especially around the flank area and around the shoulders, they look like they've been beat on with a ball-peen hammer. Those are bite marks. And they're not from fighting. They're from other coyotes grabbing a hold of them and trying to pull them along with them. They're trying to get them to go. Well, if you've only got one set here on a location, you're not taking advantage of that insane moment. So, boom, our coyotes have come through. There's 3 of them in the group. We picked one up right here. Bam, we got him. All right, now the others start running around and going absolutely crazy insane. Can't understand what's happening. But they're not going to leave that coyote. So we come over here to a flat set that's well blended, got our stepping guides in, got a little urine on it, got a little gland lure on it. Boom, we pick up the second one. Look at that dog right there. Tell me. Now, I ain't even got any bait or lure on it or urine. She just picked that out, and I would have had her caught right there, just out of curiosity. But nonetheless, let's forget about that for right now. But boom, we just picked up our second coyote right there in that flat set. Now we've got another character running around out here, and that one's really going crazy. Doesn't understand what's happening at all. Can't figure it out. But not in a big panic hurry to leave yet. So we come over here, and there's an Eastern style dirt hole. Just your standard Eastern style step down dirt hole. Could pick that coyote up right there, or she could come over here to this skull. It's got a nice prepared bait or lure smeared in the nose cavity, along with a little gland lure too, and we could pick it up right there. Now we've just capitalized on the insane moment. Coyotes end up in traps, and a lot of times people end up in prison over one insane moment. That's all it takes to key in on that. All right, guys, so there's kind of a little scenario for you. I hope I got through to you what I was trying to convey, to take advantage of that insane moment when you get the chance. Doesn't happen all the time. I'm not saying that every time coyotes roll through your area that there's 3, 4, 5, 6 of them at a time. I'm not saying that. But at key times of the year, like early in the season, maybe ahead of the dispersal when they're still in a family unit, or possibly later in the season when they're starting to breed. Then again, right ahead of den time. And then again, once those puppies, for those of you that are doing nuisance control or ADC work, right when the pups start getting big enough that the old man's taking them out on road trips. Those are times when you need to key in on this insane moment. It's going to put more fur in the back of your truck. It's going to put more money in your pocket. Now, I understand it's the same dollars and cents whether you take them out one at a time or whether you take out 3 or 4 at a time. I get that completely. But in this economy, the way the fuel prices are and the way the fur market is, it makes more sense to take them out in multiples than what it does in singular. So I hope I'm getting through to you. I hope that makes sense to you. And especially if you're trapping raccoon too. Man, it does not pay you to put in 1 or 2 sets per location and move on. I don't know how many of you have ever had the privilege of sitting out on a coon trail all night and just kind of watch, but you wouldn't believe how many raccoon come up to that other raccoon that's caught, physically put their paws on it, touch it, and multiple times a night. Well, if you've only got 1 or 2 sets there, you're only catching 1 or 2 of those raccoon, when there might have been 6, 8, 10 of them show up. So take advantage of that. You've got the area to do it. You've got the place. You've got the traps. Now you have the knowledge. So do it. Take advantage of that. Same way with the coyotes. When they roll through, roll on them hard. Take advantage of the insane moment. I promise you, it's going to pay you in the long run. Guys, that pretty well does it for this one. I know it was kind of a short little deal, but I think the information was there for you if you choose to take it. I sure appreciate y'all taking time to watch these videos. I sure appreciate all of you that have subscribed already, and for those of you that haven't, I wish you would take just a minute there and hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. I sure appreciate it. I try to answer them all just as quick and fast as I possibly can. Once again, guys, this is Dale Billingsley with another one, signing out.